Yes, Amy sells any things that you don't need to buy.
I
Anyway,
don't sell anything.
No, Miley does.
so,
Miley sells.
you know what?
Medical supplies.
Amy found the condom in the toilet, and Miley sells the condom that was in the toilet. That's all you need to know about this video. Anyway, no, we're talking about the eight releases WWE released yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday or the day before, sometime. It was sometime, and we're late
It
as
was
usual.
yesterday.
Hey, shut up.
Fact.
You don't believe in Bo Dallas. You can't talk. Shut up.
Okay, goodbye.
I mean, we love you. Come back.
Oh.
Get back here. Hey, get back. Anyway, let's see, let's go over the list first, and then we'll kind of talk about some of them. Some of them were a surprise, others needed to be released a long time ago, and WWE finally did it. But anyway, we got Santino Marella, we got Cameron, Hornswoggle, Alex Riley, El Torito, Zeb Coulter, Damian Sandow, and Wade Barrett. I think the least surprising in a way was Wade Barrett, because we knew he wanted his release. We knew it was scheduled. He was going to be leaving. I think it was supposed to be June. They, I guess, made a deal and let him go a couple weeks early. But a couple other ones that aren't really a surprise, to me anyway. Hornswoggle and what are you doing? Stop breaking stuff. Anyway, Hornswoggle and El Torito. I'm surprised they kept them this long. It's unfortunate for them, because midgets and wrestling in the United States anyway is not.
That is not a nice term, Casey.
Little people, dwarfs.
Sizes.
I don't like bullies.
He did not get cut, surprisingly.
No, he's in contract negotiation.
Okay.
Hey, hashtag give Rowan a chance, baby.
But anyway, finally Cameron was fucking let go, because
I gotta grab my hands.
Santino is kind of sad, because, I mean, who doesn't like Santino? Come on now. Come on. Hashtag give Santino a chance. Zeb Coulter, I didn't know he was still with the company. And Damian Sandow. Damian Sandow and Alex Riley were the surprises to me. Damian, I think there's going to be a lot of backlash on that one, because, there were petitions to get him back on TV. The fans wanted him back so bad, and they released him. Alex Riley, I thought, when he came back, he had potential. I liked the gimmick they gave him when he came back. There was angry tweets, which I don't know if they were actually angry tweets that he was, sending out because he was frustrated, or if that was, in the storyline, if they did that. But those two were the surprises to me. What do you guys think? Start with DJ, I guess, because, Amy and Miley, suck.
You're a jerk.
I don't like bullies. I beat up bullies.
As far as these releases were concerned, obviously, El Torito and Hornswoggle, I don't know if I was necessarily surprised, but I wasn't like upset, because those are guys who have worked in the business for so long, at least Hornswoggle, where they could get a job somewhere else and be fine. And they were successful with what they were given. Who's another one? Cameron. Oh goodness. Thank God. Santino Marella, I wasn't necessarily surprised because he retired like about a year ago, I guess now. So I wasn't necessarily surprised about him. I know he had retired. He was probably done with traveling and making his random appearances anyway. So that's cool. Zeb Coulter, I wasn't necessarily surprised because I hadn't seen him in a while. But I think he was a decent manager for Jack Swagger. He was one of the few managers that we had for a little bit. I liked it. I think he was a good mouthpiece for Jack Swagger because I really liked that the whole real American thing, the post All American gimmick that Jack Swagger had, kind of still has. Um, and then we get to Alex Riley, Wade Barrett, and Damian Sandow. I think Alex Riley and Sandow were two of the main surprises for me. Obviously, with Barrett, I knew he had asked to leave. I knew he wasn't gonna resign his contract back in, like he had said, like in 2015 or something, and I knew that earlier this year. So I wasn't really surprised about him. I'm hoping he gets a chance somewhere else. I'm sure he will. He's an ultra talented fellow. Um, Alex Riley, I agree with Casey. He was one of those guys who I feel like he got a better gimmick than he even got the first time around, and I think he worked well with it. I liked what he was doing. I liked the whole thing when he came back to NXT and he was like, nobody cared about me when I left. I thought they were really going to run with that. But when something works, why would we run? Why would we? Why would we run with that? Why? But anyway, and then Sandow. I've heard his name everywhere since he got released because he's one of those guys who got himself over, I guess, as you could say, kind of like Zack Ryder did, kind of in two different ways, but kind of in both comedic ways. And nobody really, at least WWE, never really paid attention to him. Even in the Mizdow gimmick, he was getting over and even drawing a little bit more heat on Miz, which kind of helped Miz out a little bit too. I felt like he really he took whatever they gave him and he ran with it. The original Damian Sandow intellectual savior thing was really good. I liked it a lot. He's obviously got a lot of talent. I'm kind of curious to see what they would repackage him as if he went elsewhere, because he's had a couple of gimmicks. I think the main one was the intellectual savior. The main one that was actually felt like something that was singularly for him. But I'm kind of wondering what would happen to him if he went anywhere else. If he would get rebranded to something crazy or whatever. But Barrett, I'm hoping he gets signed by someone else too. TNA does a good job with their UK peeps, so I feel like they have their eyes on him now because they have such a fan base in the UK. So they're probably like, Wade, we got you, bruh. So I'm wondering what's gonna happen with that. But I think there was obviously some surprising ones, and a lot of these guys who got released were guys with like either very good talent and underutilized, or they had like very good potential, like very high potential. Um, Especially with the main three, which was Sandow, Riley, and Barrett. I was just really I was really surprised when I saw this. It was eye opening. I think there's been some rumors about Ryback potentially leaving because he's not happy with what's going on, and I trust me, I get it. Stand up for yourself. That's what I would do in his situation. I don't know. I'm just wondering what's gonna happen with these guys. I'm curious. I'm curious now. Now they got me thinking.
Team Ma.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised about Wade Barrett because we all knew he was going.
Y'all should just talk at the same time. Be
Yeah,
fine.
pretty much. We have like the same opinion basically.
It's very rare we disagree on certain things.
Yeah, we both kind of knew. It's been rumored for months now that he was going to be leaving. He wasn't going to re-sign his contract. He wants to take a step back and take a break from wrestling for a while. I don't think we'll see him on the circuit for a while.
A couple years, he
yeah.
said. He's gonna take a chance with
He wants-
football,
yeah, he
which,
wants
for no one who knows what that means, it's soccer. But, the UK, we
So that fake football.
It's not fun fake football. Shoot. Yes, there's also rumors about UFC, but I highly doubt that's ever going to come true.
I just think he's been in wrestling for a long time. He's been with the WWE for a long time. They really never gave him that push over the past few years that he really needed. He was in a lot of dead-end storylines. And I think finally he just realized he needed a break. So I wasn't really surprised with that.
He's got a wife or fiance, somebody back home. But yeah, he's also got a marine biology major and actually had a career before the WWE, just in case something happened, and he might go back and revisit that.
Who else was a nice surprise about? Altrito and Hornswoggle.
No, you didn't see.
You haven't seen him on TV in a long time. It kind of just fell off.
The
with both of
WWE
them.
Network is the only time you saw them.
Yeah.
Any of those
Swerved
shows.
or something.
They're redoing Primo and Epco anyway, so they were irrelevant. At least Torito was at that point.
Yeah.
And then
Uh,
Cameron. Okay, I'm not surprised that they let her go. I know that they were starting to do a thing like with her and Naomi and Tamina a little bit
Yeah.
here and there, but with both of them being injured, I don't know, there was really no place for her. There was a reason why she got cut on Tough Enough. She just wasn't I don't know, I just don't think she ever really fit in really with the wrestling. Like, she was a good ballet for a while when she was with the Fungadactyls and stuff
she's
like
a good
that.
tag team wrestler.
Yeah, but she can't
That's
be
it.
like a main wrestler. It's just not her
No.
forte. She went back down to NXT to get more training, and it just wasn't helping. And her gimmicks, the gimmicks that they were giving her, nobody
Understood them.
Yeah, I just don't feel like
Is it too early to say girl bye?
Terrible.
I love it.
I think she'll benefit from it, and if she does continue to wrestle on the other circuits, I think it'll make her better, and we might actually see her in the future, maybe 5 or so years down the line. I could see them repackaging her from that.
Maybe.
They've done it before with other superstars. Look, Luke Gallows has been in WWE like 3 times.
Well,
No, he hasn't. What are you talking about?
Huh?
No, he hasn't. What are you talking about? If you ask Michael Cole, he's never seen him before in his life. I don't know what you're talking about.
The IGWP, all that.
Zeb Coulter wasn't surprising, just because
No,
he was only with the Real Americans, and that was it. You never saw that man, and his health.
Well, he was with Alberto Del Rio for a little bit.
But that was it.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's also not healthy at
No.
all. He's got some pretty serious injuries and stuff.
And
It's
you
not
can't
safe.
have him out there. It's just not, insurance-wise, especially with the WWE, they're not going to take a chance with him. They didn't do it with, like, Daniel Bryan. They wouldn't take a chance with him again. They're not going to take somebody, like, especially, like, Zeb Coulter.
Zeb Santino.
Santino, I wasn't surprised about.
We
He
saw
retired a year ago in ring. So, we saw him doing stuff on Swerved in the WWE Network, but he really wasn't playing a essential role anymore to WWE. Why keep a contract? You have all these other stars, and, you can bring in new talent.
or utilize talent you have.
Mhm.
Alex Riley was kind of surprising.
I was a little shocked. I thought that they were going to do a rebranding with him down in NXT.
They started to, and then they just threw him in the trash, pretty much.
Yeah. I think the frustrations, what we were seeing on Twitter, I don't think they were all storyline. I think it was actual frustration. You can see it.
You see what came out in his matches.
Yeah.
He-
So
he-
I was shocked, though.
I was shocked that he went. If Dolph Ziggler can get away with what he can get with, I'm just floored that Alex Riley got let go for that.
Yeah.
And then Sandow
That was the biggest upset. I was really upset when I saw
Yeah.
Damien Sandow's name. I kept seeing it on the rumor mill, but I was like, they're not going to do that to him. Like, they did such a good push with him and his Mizdow character, and the crowd loved him. Okay, I loved Damien Sandow. I thought he was hilarious. I think that's what, I would rather see him out there other than, Fandango or Adam Rose or any of those. I
was surprised that the Social Outcast didn't get cut. I know they're trying, but they're pretty much just failing. And some of the matches that they're trying to have people put them over with are not working. AJ.
I'm more surprised with guys like not necessarily Fandango, but I was thinking Curtis Axel because he's had it seems like he's had time and time again. Whereas guys like Fandango and Adam Rose, I think if they got repackaged a little bit, they'd be fine. I think they're ultra talented guys. I don't know why I keep saying ultra. Anyway, it's that ultra rare card. And
it's the ultra rare. You have that right now on WWE.
But I feel like with those guys, if they just repackaged them a little bit, because they featured Adam Rose so much in that freaking ESPN thing, and then haven't used him since, and I'm like,
yeah.
Well, they can because he's currently on a suspension for Arrow.
I get that, yeah, but before that, they were doing a great job.
I know, I'm a little bored with some of the roster right now with the WWE, and I think that they could have done so much more with Damien Sandow, and it's just really, I don't know, I think it's upsetting to the fans because we were, rooting for him. We were trying to push him over, and I think he got over so well. And that's something that the WWE doesn't like.
No.
They don't want you to get over on your own. They want to be able to be the ones to put you over.
And they don't want to get outdone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was mainly on, you saw him on Superstars and main event, but that was it. If we were lucky, you would hear his name on some type of promo. Surprised they didn't put him with Goldust and R-Truth for a minute. That gimmick.
It's really confusing with, especially with him, with Damien Sandow, because you're right, WWE doesn't like, when you get yourself over, but they'll easily go sign talent from TNA who've already been built. It's a weird thing where, I mean, if you can get yourself over, that should be good, because it's you. It's natural. I think most of the gimmicks that are more natural work better. You look.
Yeah, I got a question for you though. With all this free money opening up, I think this might be the perfect time to sign Adam Cole, baby. I think he's that.
I
wasn't gonna throw a loop at you.
I thought you were going somewhere where that. I can see that. I can see that. But I mean, I think a bunch of these guys, obviously, we didn't want to see leave the WWE. Kind of more so talking about Zeb Coulter and Santino. I think, obviously, Santino retired from in-ring a year ago, and Zeb Coulter with his health wasn't doing well, but I think they could have kept them at least for like the Performance Center, because obviously Zeb Coulter could help guys with promos, things like that. Even Santino could help with characters and promos, because the Santino Marella character is a genius. Obviously he was used as like comic relief for his, most of his WWE career, but I mean, it worked, and he made it work. For those who, I don't know. I feel like they could have kept them on and helped some of these guys, especially some of these guys in NXT who, need help with promos, need help with characters.
Baron Corbin.
What?
Leave
Sorry.
Baron Corbin alone.
What?
Good work.
What? That man needs no help. That man needs no help. He is slowly and gradually getting better and better every time he talks. He just needs more time to talk.
Yeah, in 16 years, he'll have a good promo. But,
In 20 years, he might be able to fall in the ring.
no,
that's never gonna happen.
do it.
Never.
I'm gonna be like the freaking, what is it? The guy, the Britney Spears. Leave Baron Corbin alone. Just leave him alone.
Leave Baron Corbin alone.
Just leave him alone. He's getting better at falling out of that ring.
Don't bring up Britney Spears, because I always think of Kevin Federline.
Hey, Fed.
The real Baron Corbin.
But I'm curious, what do you guys think of the possibility of them going to other companies? I mean, obviously the big ones you think of are EC3 and Drew Galloway. WWE didn't use them. They were jobbers, basically the whole time they were in WWE. I mean, Drew, he was supposed to be the next big guy, and they gave up on him like a month in. But they go to TNA, and they're two of the biggest stars in TNA. Do you guys think? I think Damien Sandow definitely could go to a TNA, a Ring of Honor, or whatever, and do really well. Same as Alex Riley. Obviously, Wade Barrett wants to take some time off. I could see him doing a lot of things. He wanted to get into football. I mean, I could see him doing some acting stuff here and there. But I definitely could see Damien Sandow and Alex Riley, going somewhere else and being used well. Like WWE didn't use them well. But what do you, either I don't care who wants to go first. I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna.
So we're just gonna sit here awkwardly until someone goes first.
Sorry.
What is so?
I have to like, oh.
Stop touching your hair.
No, what was happening was she was trying to move the camera so you couldn't see her play with her hair. I saw.
No,
I
I
can't say it in the podcast.
can. I can say anything I want.
Oh.
Sorry.
DJ, thoughts?
Yeah, I think that these guys could definitely be beneficial elsewhere, anywhere. Um, I would love to see them on a bigger stage like Ring of Honor, or TNA, just to keep that, so they don't feel like they're backsliding, I guess you could say. Because once you go into the big leagues, you don't want to go back too far. But I could definitely see them getting repackaged and doing some good things with them. We've seen, especially with TNA, we've seen it before. It's not even that hard for them anymore. I don't think. I think they strive for WWE to misuse someone so they can just be like, well, we'll take them, and I think even some bigger names like Sandow and Riley wouldn't hurt them because obviously they're trying to rebuild their fan base back up again. So like these guys who people are in love with wouldn't hurt them anyway, regardless. So I don't know. They've obviously I know they've had a lot of signings recently, so I wouldn't be surprised if they even signed these guys too.
Now, would Team Ma like to chime in on this, or are you gonna just laugh at nothing?
She's laughing at Borat. Let's be specific. But no, I can see them. Yes, she's laughing at Borat. I can see them rebranding them a little bit, and not too much though, because they obviously are loved for their character already. And then going with it, I think WWE's failing. Sorry, like how WCW is failing with some of their talent. Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio, all that. Austin, Triple H. And WWE took them and made them huge stars. I think that's what TNA is going to eventually start doing, and it may be enough to build their company back up to where they can actually compete against WWE. But at the same time, TNA needs to build their own characters as well, because that's where WCW failed. They got all of WWE's old talent, still lost drastically. But if they think they play their cards right, they can use some of the old talent in their favor to help build their characters and them at the same time.
I feel like TNA loves when this happens. They love when people get released, especially people that the WWE universe still cares about, because it's kind of like it's a power trip basically. WWE just did it with AJ Styles, and this is for them is like, let's take
your top
guys who you decided they weren't going to cut it anymore, and we're gonna make them number one stars over here and take away some of your viewers, because people want to see Damian Sandow wrestle right now. They've been wanting to see him. So if they can get him over at TNA, that's going to up their viewership and stuff like that. I can definitely see that happening.
Stop watching Borat. Stop it right now.
Oh, it's so great.
It's a horrible movie.
So great.
It's a horrible movie.
There's a chicken.
It's horrible.
Oh God, there's a
This movie's horrible.
Anyway, any last thoughts on the releases or who you think is going to be released next, because it's inevitable?
Ryback.
We should all just say one person that we think is going to be released next.
Okay. Miley, go.
Rosa Mendez.
Ryback.
Is Rosie even still there?
Yes!
She's on maternity leave.
She's on maternity leave, but I can see her getting kicked to the curb soon.
Oh, or they just make her a backstage.
No, 'cause she sucked at that.
Is it my turn or is it okay?
Amy said Ryback.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I've actually been hearing about this one, and this might come as a surprise, but Randy Orton is one I've been hearing about. Just because he's been hurt, he's getting older, and obviously WWE's trying to sign some new talent, I suppose. So I would hate to see him go because he's my boy, He's the main, like the main, my boy. Not none of these side my boys, but he's like the main dude. Now he's probably my favorite current wrestler right now. I've liked him since the old days, the Randy Orton pose and stuff. So I would hate to see him go, but I've been hearing a lot about it where it's a possibility. So I wouldn't be surprised, I guess.
Yeah, I think that would be a in a way a big hit to WWE if Randy Orton left. Just because except for John Cena, he was kind of one of the main guys for so long. I don't really know. I could see, some of the guys from Social Outcasts.
I could see Heath Slater. Maybe that's another one. He's been there for a while, and they haven't done much with him or tried to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want any. I don't want any of these guys to get released because a lot of them have the talent. It's just creative sucks, and they don't try enough. Like WWE can get anybody over, literally. They just don't give a shit. They have too much money for their own good, and they're like, okay, you didn't get over with this gimmick. We're not going to try something new. We're just not going to use you. The fans love you. We're just not going to use you because why would we listen to our fans? That would make sense. But that's pretty much our release video for this month. I think it's going to be a monthly thing we're going to do because I feel like that's what WWE's been doing every month. They release. It's kind of like spring cleaning, and it's the springtime. They had to clean out all the crap. They cleaned out too much. They got some of the good stuff and they threw it out. But it's WWE. They make mistakes. Finally they got rid of Cameron, which God, it took so long for them to get rid of her. I'm gonna say it. She had no talent. I don't care what anyone says. She sucks.
Racist.
They need to get rid of Eva next. Eva, that's who I'm gonna pick.
They're not gonna get rid of Eva.
Oh my God, she can sell anything. Are you kidding me? That's why they pushed her so hard and brought her up so quickly.
People love to hate her.
Oh yeah, she's a great heel for that, and the woman can sell anything. She's in
Hashtag X-Pac Heat. X-Pac Heat.
I like X-Pac. Leave Pac alone.
X-Pac Heat.
He was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. Shut up. Why everybody gotta hate my boy?
I don't hate him.
Good job. Good job. I mean, even though I'm still mad at you. But
You're always mad at me. I don't
say, I feel like you're always mad at her.
Always.
Well, if you would stop making...
Y'all are worse than a married couple.
Yes. Yes, I'm Team DJ on this.
Amy is the best. It's just that Amy keeps trying to tear Team Amy apart.
There's no team.
Team
whatever.
Kami?
Amy.
Oh,
it's Team
Jesus.
Ma.
It's Team Kami, but Amy's just
Team
trying.
AC.
No, that doesn't. No.
It could work. A.
What was that? What was
for
that,
Amy
DJ?
and C.
What was that?
Wait,
What? It was the same thing.
Team AMC. Yeah, Team AMC. That's what it is. Except
That was worse than mine.
shut up. Need I remind you of the fashion?
We agree that that's horrible.
You know what? The New Day is under the table. That's all you need to know. Is the New Day is under the table.
No.
Please end this.
Is a
Please end this. This is done.
No one understood it when we did the payback review. No one's gonna understand it now. Miley, you weren't there.
don't
You
know.
don't even try.
I never watched this podcast.
Well, anyway. What?
I haven't watched it yet.
Well, Miley's no longer allowed on the podcast.
I just, I was watching Edge and Christian. She was
Wow. Finally.
a little
Like 3 months after I told you to watch it, you're finally watching.
Anybody.
Anyway,
It's really hard to listen to people. I just don't care. You have to care to do that.
Miley doesn't care, but we want you to watch the videos, like the video, share the videos, subscribe. Don't follow Miley on Twitter.
Watch
because
all of the videos, not just the ones that you're in. I'm just kidding.
I'm in all of them.
That's what I do.
I'm in all of them.
I don't want the ones that Casey said.
We will see you on the dippity that is flippity. Ha ha ha. I got to say it. Bye.